What is quacking, everybody? So you ever look at the poster child of Warframe, Excaliber, and you're like, how could you be better? And then you think to yourself, you sit for a minute and you're just like, man, who's cooler than Excaliber? Kullervo is cooler than Excaliber. So that's when you put Kullervo's helmet ability on Excaliber, and now boom, Excaliber has now 1,000% more aura. You're out there dashing around, getting kills, swinging his sword around, and that's how you know Excaliber has become cool with the Kullervo treatment. And that's what I'm here to show off today, is how much more better Excaliber is with Kullervo's helmet ability. Now, right here, we got our sexy Excaliber Umbra. Now, I know what you're all saying. You're like, but what about regular Excaliber? Ooh, Excaliber. I don't care. I want to use Excaliber Umbra, okay? It's Umbra. It's cool. I want to use Excaliber Umbra. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no weird comments or anything. I don't care. I'm using Umbra. I don't care if regular Excaliber's better, blah, this, that, and the other. No, I'm using Umbra. I don't care. Anyways, I'm poor. So this is the blueprint that I have for the build. This can be switched to whatever. You can swap out these other Umbral things. You don't have to use the Umbral mods. But Umbral Intensify, yes. Prime Flow, yes. I'm using Steel Charge Preparation. I got Augur Meshes for the duration. Transient Fortitude, Blind Rage. Definitely need some Prime Continuity in here. That's what this is probably going to be, is Prime Continuity. But outside of that, this is kind of like the core, you know. I'm giving you the blueprints right now because I'm broke, okay? I'm a broke person giving you an idea, and this is the idea right now. You can use Arcane Fury and Arcane Energize for, you know, the energy thing, you know, Equilibrium, Arcane Energize. Or if you want, you just do Molt Augment. The world is your oyster. I'm not your dad. I'm here to give you the blueprint. Your dad left with the milk a while ago. So this is the blueprint that I have for the Excaliber build. And this thing still works pretty good in Steel Path while missing a mod. Because, you know, this game, if you just put on one mod, you can still do Steel Path. So this is just a little template for you. And again, because I'm poor, I don't have any crystals, Argon shards, I should say, on them. So, you know, again, world's your oyster with the Argon shards. If you want more casting speed, I would recommend casting speed, actually. I should probably put some casting speed on there because I think I have a yellow Argon shard. You could also do melee critical damage, you know, purple, green shards, ability strength with the red shards. You know, if you want to maximize your energy, blue shards, I wouldn't recommend that. But hey, again, I'm trying to help you critically think with what your builds are. Pick whatever shards that you feel like you want to use with this build. For weapons, I'm not going to tell you what weapons to use, except use Epitaph Prime, because that's your primer right there. That's the best primer in the game, in my opinion. You know, there's also Kuva Nukor as well, which is another great primer. There's also the Akicore as well, but use Epitaph. This is what I'm using for my primer. It's great. Here's the mods for the Epitaph Prime that I'm using. And Epitaph Prime, great primer. Other than that, you can use whatever. I'm using Cedo Prime for this because I like Cedo Prime. And I'm just using Tatsu Prime because I just wanted another sword. I have plenty of other melee weapons, but I had some, you know, I'm broke on plat right now, but I had a couple little extra 100 plat, so I kind of used it on this a little bit. And, you know, I got Tatsu Prime right here. This is what I'm running for Tatsu Prime, but you can honestly run whatever melee weapon that you want. And then for a companion, Panzervolpaphyla. As always, this thing just, you know, makes everything have viral. My Panzervolpaphyla is not finished because I'm poor, but this is just kind of the basic template that you can use and figure it out for yourself if you're not poor, such as myself. So, as you see right here, we got all of our dudes right here. Make sure you pull out your sword, and then you hit them with the Kullervo, and you just go to town on them, and everybody just starts dying. You can hit your one. You can sit there and just do your normal melee. It don't even matter. I don't have a lot of duration on this, so you're honestly going to need to get some duration up. Don't be like me and be poor. Get your duration up on the Kullervo ability. Now, I realize I didn't cover what ability I replaced. I replaced the third ability on Excaliber with Kullervo's thing. I don't even know what Excaliber's third ability does, I'm going to be honest, so I just slapped this one on there. And then you have your Radial Howl for, you know, that stuns enemies. And then you have this where you just slash and dash everybody. And then obviously your sword. This is also the mods that I'm running on the sword. You can honestly run whatever you want. I got your typical melee influence with Shocking Touch, Volcanic Strike for more status chance because I want to make sure I'm getting my status procs, Weeping Runes, Blood Rush. I got Magnetic Rush here. Just for shields. You can honestly switch out whatever. But basically just kind of, just kind of putting on whatever. I got Sacrificial Steel and Sacrificial Pressure for obvious reasons. But you can honestly take Sacrificial Pressure off. Replace this with something else a little bit more, build friendly. Now, as you start your typical mission, you see your enemies, you aura farm by bringing out your sword, and then you just start hacking and slashing everybody. You might need a little bit more help with a primer, of course, but otherwise, you just sit here and dash through all the enemies, no problem whatsoever, and you just sit there, blast them, and you pray that your kullervo ability doesn't bug out sometimes or you just can't get your slash, but that's also fine. But you just run around slashing people. It's pretty easy, no questions asked. This is mostly brain dead. And you better be asking yourself, why don't you use your guns more? Why don't you do this, that, and the other more? Because I like to be a space ninja and melee everything. Meleeing things is how I like to play this game. I don't like any extra things. I'm lazy. So if I can maximize my melee and just be super lazy, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be lazy and melee everything, and that's how I like to play the game. And that's the beauty of Warframe, You sit here and you're like, man, I really want to just play the game how I want to play the game, and that's how I play the game. I just melee everything because I just want to be that guy. I just want to be him, You can't always have what you want, okay? Some people are like, you got to do this, that, and the other. No, I'm a basic girl, okay? I just want to do my usual, my norm, and just melee everything, and just absolutely miss everything with my melee as well. But the Stalker doesn't even stand a chance against this Walmart kullervo, as I'm just broken. Honestly, like this is just broken. Anything that you can put Kullervo's helmet on is just absolutely broken and disgusting. And that's what we want. We want to worship Kullervo in the best way possible. And this is my homage to Kullervo right here. Just slapping Kullervo's ability and just killing everything with every single Warframe I possibly can. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that brief overview, template, that theory, crafting, whatever you want to call it. I hope you enjoyed the Kullervo Excaliber Umbra. It's very solid, very nice, and I'm just working with what I got because I'm poor, so I'm not even like maximizing my build potential right now. So if I could do some of this stuff in Steel Path with this very, minimalistic, broke budget builds, I'm sure people, if you're out there and you're like, man, what do I want to do that's fun? Oh, that looks like fun. I hope I inspire you to have some fun, because that's the whole point of this, is to make sure that you're having fun, not the what's the most meta build, no, we're here to have fun. And if slashing things with a sword is fun, then let that be the fun. But I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do whatever. If you made it this far, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.